Hey guys, and welcome back to the third and last part of my CPDLC AOC tutorial. Now in this third part I would like to talk about the AOC menu, as we spoke about the ATC menu with the CPDLC function in the second part. So let's discover the AOC menu, and we'll start with the ATIS request first. As you might remember, we set the ATIS option to 0 in the server ini file. That means we can receive an ATIS from WhatsApp now. So this is the review page. Go to request, and I already looked up that Berlin Tegel is online. So let's enter this. These are dummies, so you can just enter an airport and send this VHF in progress. And yeah, now it has been processed, and you should be able to see an ATIS here. So this is the ATIS. You can browse through the pages by the keys, and if you like, you can also print that message. By the way, if you're using GL11JS, you will see a company message indication on the engine warning display in the memo section, as the ATIS is received via company message data link. So I already saw that Berlin Schönefeld is on there, which is Echo Delta Delta Bravo. Let's receive this. Again, VHF in progress. And go to the ATIS page, and now we have the Berlin Brandenburg ATIS here. Okay, let's proceed with the weather. For the weather, it is important to know that the weather is not received as a company message, but it is printed immediately, so you have a printer connected. So you can enter up to 3 airports. I will just request the ATIS for Cologne 1, and you can also select if you want to have a meter, the TAF, or meter and TAF. The Sigma does not work, so let's take the meter and press send. Again, VHF in progress, and I think will it work? It does something. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, now I know what happened. I turned the printer off, and the printout is still in the queue, so yeah, we can delete that for sure. Okay, that was the weather request. Let's go on with the oceanic clearance. The oceanic clearance does not work yet with an online network, as no online network supports this. You can select Shanwick, Gander, Santa Maria, and Iceland. New York is not listed here, I guess. As far as I know, New York does not support CPDLC. I'm not sure, but I read that. Let's take Shanwick. Okay, you can enter flight number LTU 7420. Entry point is I have no idea. Yeah, you can enter all that fields here, and usually you would be able to press send, but this does not work yet. So the oceanic clearance is just a fake. I hope that someday the online networks will have this feature, so that this page will work, and that you can select your that you can request your oceanic clearance by data link. Okay, now let's go on with telex. This is dummy, this is dummy, this is dummy. Turnaround. I guess the only page that works is CPDLC load sheet, but this is also dummy. I planned to get this page working someday. Most important here are these two. Send receive messages. Here you can see all received messages via telex. That means both ATIS requests are also listed here again. Load sheet received. There's no load sheet that we received. If you send a load sheet via the software Topcat, which also supports Hoppy CPDLC or Hoppy network in general, then you will be able to see the load sheet here. And here we can see send messages, but currently there are no downlink messages, but we can send a downlink message with the menu send message request. And this is what I talked about earlier when we came to the crew control option. You can send a message to a traffic center. Traffic center means always it will send a telex to this station which is currently active, so to Maastricht. You have 4.5 line available for this. You can send to dispatch is not available. Aircraft to aircraft you can enter an ID with 6 characters here, or you can send to a seater address or to 2 seater addresses. What a seater address is, Google it up. And you can send to crew control, which means to the station we defined in the server INI earlier. So I will simply send a message to traffic center. I will simply send hello. So, okay, now I received the hello, and I can answer this with a hi there. So if you are using GHL-FMJS, you will get an indication on the engine 1 display company message. But here we have to review this message by clicking on send receive messages, receive message, and here we have the telex from Echo Delta Yankee Yankee. Hi there. So the very last feature I would like to show you is the brand new journey log feature, which is as the name already says, a journey log. So the journey log automatically logs times like the off-block takeoff, touchdown, and on-block time, so the flight time. It will also take into account the pause time in FS, and you can also enter pre-flight fuel, miscellaneous remarks, and the anti-icing data. But and you can have that log online. So, but first of all, before you can use that, you have to register for the journey log. So you can go to my website, Christoph Paulus, or in English, christophpaulus.com, CPDLC, that is the old address, that will not work anymore in a few weeks. At this point, please notice that I also changed the server path, so the old CPDLC folder will not work anymore in a few weeks, and you will have to use the CPDLC AOC here and journey log underline register.php. So how does it work? Register here, check your email, enter the user ID and password received by email in server.ini. Quite simple. Enter your name here. This name will show up later in the journey log website where you can see and review your journey log. And the email is just the email that your user data will be sent to. Make sure you read the data privacy statements, and check this and click on register. Then you will receive your user ID and your password by email, and you have to enter both in the server INI for sure before you start the server. You can't do that afterwards. So make sure if you want to use the journey log, you do this before you start the software. Okay, let's go to pre-flight. You can enter some pre-flight data like LTU 7420, which is our flight number. You can enter the takeoff mass. Let's our weight is 210 tons. you can enter your LPC IDs here. That means, and the LPC version, that means the computer ID, unique IDs of your LPC computers. So yeah, for instance, Charlie 10 and Charlie 11 are the computers in my cockpit here. We don't have a third one. LPC version is 505. Enter whatever you like here. Previous origin, the aircraft came in from Los Angeles, so a security search is required, and this is approved by my staff ID. Here you can enter your staff ID. I simply choose 221234. Enter whatever you like here. No one cares. Fuel, you can enter uplift here. The unit by default is liter, so you can enter, let's 10,000 liters. You can also change the unit to US gallons by /UG, and you can also enter supplier of that fuel, for instance Shell. Temperature and density can also be entered of the fuel. So we have yeah, it's getting warm here in Germany, so 20 degrees centigrade at a density of 0.8, which is the default in FS. We do not have a second uplift, extra fuel, yeah, 1500 kilograms, and you have to enter a reason for the extra fuel. If you have no extra fuel, enter 0. But if you have a company reason for that, I take 61, which means for my company early descent, enter that here. You can also add some remarks, and the fuel on board for departure and arrival is automatically locked from the flight simulator as soon as you leave and arrive at your parking position. This page has also a second page, so you can enter some more uplift data. The fuel before uplift, fuel on board. For uplift we had 7 tons on board, and now you have to calculate. This means now 10,000 US gallons. With this density, how many kilograms these are? I have no idea, and I don't want to get my calculator right now. So I simply enter, we have an uplift of, let's say, 60 tons. That means a calculated uplift of 67, or not an uplift, but a calculated fuel on board for departure of 67 tons. And now you can enter the value you see on your engine warning display here. Let's say I just see 66 tons and 800 kilograms. Oops. It means we have a difference of 200 kilograms by the density. So it's simply a comparison to check what you have uplifted in liters or in US gallons with that temperature and density to what your computer currently shows. Okay, let's go ahead to the miscellaneous page. Takeoff and landing duty. Which pilot with his staff ID was responsible for takeoff and landing? On this flight I'm responsible for both, so let's enter my staff ID for both. After the landing you have to fill in this. This means the airnav GLS approach. Let's take no, but you can see all the options: airnav GPS, airnav RNP, GLS, no. Autoland category, no. Cat 2, Cat 3, no. Autoland code, no. I got a tail what this all means, but I think you won't use it. But it's the original of this menu of a specific airline. Tag log entry, yes, no. Okay, most important here is the right side. Departure position is 1 in Berlin Tegel, which is also gate. It is not an external parking position, it has a gate. Pushback is required. Arrival position, yeah, you have to enter that after landing. If I remember correctly from my last holidays vacation in Chicago, it was Mike, which is the international terminal. Let's say Mike 5. I hope this is correct for you guys who are from Chicago, which is also gate. You have a second page. You can enter touch and go if you're flying touch and go, and you can enter the in-flight rests, start and stop time, and yeah, pilot flying or nothing. Before I go to the, I would say the most important page, I would like to show the remarks page, as you can enter 5 lines of remarks here. And also, if you're having some anti-ice de-icing procedures, you can enter the fluid type here. Yeah, left side is de-ice, right side is anti-ice. The mixture, 30, 70 or whatever you have. Start time, holdover time. And now the most important page is the times delay page, because these times are logged automatically from the flight simulator. Off-block event is logged when the parking brake is off for sure and the movement is sensed. I guess I set the movement to 2 knots. That means as soon as it recognizes that the aircraft is moving with around 2 knots, then off-block is sensed. Sometimes, especially when you're using the Airsoft Airport Enhancement Services, we have this option, move aircraft to correct parking position. If you are using this feature, then you have parking brake off and a movement, so it would recognize the off-block event. So to prevent this or to delete this value, I have an option here that you can delete this. And if you are back on your correct parking position, parking brakes are set, the aircraft has been stopped, then you can press this twice. So on the first press, just in this case, the off-block event has been locked, not any on the, of the other values, only the off-block event has been locked. Then you can press this once, and then the confirm line comes up, and then you have, I guess, around 2 seconds to press this button again to confirm. This is not a real option. I just implemented this option that you can easily delete the off-block event in that case for the airport enhancement services. So just press that button twice. Takeoff, of course, is locked when the gears have left ground. Touchdown is when we touch down for sure. And on block is something special. On block is locked when the parking brake has been set. So it takes time when the parking brake has been set, but it only takes this time when the parking brake has been set when the doors are open. So it locks the time always when the parking brake has been set, but when the doors are open, then it displays the last time of the last parking brake set here. So that means for the on-block event, first you have to open the doors. On-block is only locked if you open the doors. That is real. Doors means passenger doors or cargo doors. I also implemented the wing fold and the tail hook here, as some aircraft developers animate their doors with the tail hook and the wing fold feature function. So this is also possible. The on-block event is necessary that you can send a journey log. You can only send a journey log if the on-block has been locked. And it always displays the block time and the flight time here, always in flight or also in flight. So you can see your flight time here, even in cruise. You can send a delay uplink here, which means I will do that now. I think I hope I have. Yeah, I have to check this. When I send a telex with star delay star and then time let's say 0010, then it should recognize that as a delay, and that, yeah, okay. Okay, so if you want to send an uplink delay, simply enter or send this via telex star delay star and then the time, for instance 0010 for 10 minutes delay. This is just an uplink, it has no special function. So you can also enter delay codes and delay times here, which are also, I guess these are internationally defined. Just have or Google international delay code and I think you can find these codes. Okay, and everything has been locked. Then you can send the journal log. By the way, you can say here the edition number, which means it's the first edition of this journal log for the flight, and you can send it by pressing send journal log and a flight. And now that happens. Wait for in event. So as I told you, you can only send the journal log if the onBlock event has been locked. So the onBlock event is missing. Yeah, but you can try it on your own flight. Simply open the doors at the end of the flight, and you can send the journal log. You can then the current time will be displayed here when the journal log has been sent, and when the onlock event has been logged, then you have 15 minutes available to send the journal log. After these 15 minutes, the journal log is deleted, regardless of you have sent the journal log or not. So that's simply a deletion for the next flight. So in this 15 minutes, you can also enter values. For instance, if you see, oh, I typed in wrong character or something like that, then you can enter, then you can change the value. Let's take position 2, and then you will see when a journal log has been sent once, edition number 2, which means this is new edition, and then you can send the new edition and update the journal log. But after these 15 minutes, the journal log will be deleted and will be ready for the next flight. And you can see the journal log online. Again, my website, christophpaulus.com, CPDLC AOC. I have to take that also, or I have to type in that here now. Journal log show.php question mark user ID and then your user ID. You can also see other users' IDs here. But this is my journal log. You can see every single flight here in one line and all the things you entered you can see there. And yeah, here the total block time and the total flight time. Yeah, pretty nice. So I love the journal log very much. Now I remember the thing that I totally missed. It's for telex, it's the immediate print feature, because some airlines send uplink messages that are not only stored immediately in the send received messages, but that are print immediately. So as soon as the software gets the messages, so to send an immediate print message, almost the same as here, send immediate print, and then thereafter your message. I will simply send test. I will do that now, and I think you will see how the printer starts working again in a few seconds. Yeah, the software received now the telex, and it automatically starts printing it. And for sure you can also see that on receive messages test. Okay guys, that was everything I wanted to talk about the software. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Maybe it's a bit long, but I thought I explained everything that I think is important for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. You enjoy the software. If you find any bugs, please report them. I can only fix bugs if I know them. Quite often users think, there's a bug, why doesn't he fix that bug? It's simply because I don't know the bug. So report it. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Once again, hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice flight and always 3 greens. Bye bye.